My name is Janice Chow, and today I'd like to talk about blue jeans. In Richard Behar's Fortune magazine, Richard Behar had made the statistic and did the research and found that on average, women own an average of 6 pairs of wearable jeans. It's shocking because women work usually 5 days a week, so what are they going to do with 6 pairs of jeans? Clearly, jeans are a wardrobe staple, but no one really appreciates jeans for what it's worth. Today I'd like to tell you about the brief history of jeans, how jeans have evolved to become the jeans they are today, and the various types of jeans and how they're made. So what makes them special? They're strong, they're unadorned, they're unpretentious, they're comfortable, informal, classless, reliable, hardworking, consistent, and like a fine wine and a classy lady, get better with age. So in their book, Graham Marsh and Paul Trinka wrote that denim is like a fabric that was conceived by the French, a technology perfected by the English, and a form of clothing invented by 2 Americans in their book, Denim, From Cowboys to Catwalk, A History of the World's Most Legendary Fabric. So it all started in a small town south of France, known for textile production, and they mass-produced a fabric known as serge de Nîmes. Serge de Nîmes is a woven fabric that produces diagonal ribs, similar to any type of twill fabric. The weaving pattern is very unique because it starts off with 1 yarn over 1 thread and then under 2 or more threads. On average, most pairs of jeans follow that pattern, where it's 1 yarn over and 2 yarns under. The more yarns it passes, the sturdier the jeans. The less yarns it passes, the softer the jeans, but the less sturdy and durable they are. Khaki pants also use twill fabric that have the diagonal rib and are also just as sturdy. However, jeans are the preferable fabric when it comes to sturdier clothes. The most common users of the serge de Nîmes when it was first invented were sailors from Genoa, Italy. And in the textile production companies, the French referred to them as the jeans, hence the name of jeans that we use today. The fabric then was a blend of wool and silk. It's kind of hard to imagine that something as itchy as wool and something as soft as silk can come together to produce such a durable clothing. But the story's just beginning, because the English then took the French invention and interpreted themselves and used cotton instead. They then named the new fabric that's used with cotton denim, after serge de Nîmes, denim. Then Levi Strauss came across the fabric in 1853 and invented the 501 jeans, which is before the Model T was even invented. Levi Strauss was originally a traveling salesman. He sold duck canvas from his family's package store in the East Coast, and he eventually migrated to the West Coast. He wanted to go there because there were gold miners there, and it was a great opportunity for him to sell this duck canvas. Originally, the duck canvas was used for covered wagons, but upon reaching San Francisco, he realized that a lot of the miners didn't care about their valuables anymore in the wagons, and what they really needed were strong, sturdy pants, something that they can get up and be on the ground and bend over and walk around and have that will last and not rip and tear. So Levi Strauss then used the duck canvas for pants. The duck canvas also had that twill material, and it was very strong and very durable. The only problem was, as he got more clients who wanted his duck canvas pants, he needed more fabric. Now, the fabric was imported from all over Europe and wasn't very practical and was taking too long for it to arrive in the States. So what he did was he introduced denim to his cotton twill pants, his 501s. And the cotton that was used for the denim was mass-produced in South Carolina and then turned into denim in various fabric mills in New Hampshire. What makes denim a more ideal fit than the duck canvas is that it doesn't chafe and it's hard to rip. So about 40 years later, he introduced rivets to his 501s. Rivets were introduced by a tailor by the name of Jacob Davis from Reno, Nevada. In 1872, he had a client come in and ask him to make the strongest and most durable pants that he had to offer. Her husband was a construction worker and was slightly overweight and wouldn't be able to fit his pants comfortably while working on the construction site. So faced with this challenge, Jacob Davis was in his store, and he saw a pile of rivets that were usually used for attaching leather straps to horse blankets. Knowing that it's the most sturdy thing for horses, he introduced that to the edges where the pockets meet, and also for the zippers to make sure that the edges stick together. Now, the construction worker was so happy with the new pair of pants that Jacob Davis created for him, he told the entire construction site, and by then he had hundreds and hundreds of clients who wanted these jeans with the rivets. Now, he knew that this was a great idea and nobody else was making pants with rivets, so he wanted to patent his idea. Unfortunately, he couldn't afford the patent, which was $68 at the time. So he wrote a letter to Levi Strauss offering him a deal. If Levi Strauss would pay for the patent, they could share the profits. So, of course, Levi did agree to the term, and the two of them are sharing profits now. Now, a funny story about the rivets is that in Ian Finlayson's book, in Denim, An American Legend, he had stated that there used to be rivets on the bottom of the zipper to make sure that as the gold miners were bending over, the pants wouldn't rip apart. Well, unfortunately for this gold miner, he was standing a little too close to the campfire and experienced an overheated rivet. So needless to say, Levi decided we're not going to have rivets on the bottom anymore. Now, the original 501s were